coming off of a video that we did on 4 ways to counter and defend against the right hand by using a parry or a block. And today I wanted to go over how to do the same thing, defend against the jab with a parry or block. For our first demonstration, we're going to talk about the jab to the head, how to parry the jab to the head. The first one we're talking about, see, is the jab to the head. So when he throws the jab to the head, I jab him, I can jab him back to the head. I can just parry and shoot my own jab right to his chin. So I'm pushing his jab away and I'm pushing his jab to the side and I'm jabbing right down the middle. The second demonstration off the jab is him throwing a jab to my head. Also, what I can do with that is when I push that jab, I'm turning him a little bit, see, and I'm exposing that body. And what I'm doing is I'm actually pushing my weight back to my right side. So when I parry, the movement of my body is this way. So when he throws that jab and I parry it, I got myself in position to throw a right hook to the body as well. I can parry his jab, and throw a right hook to the body. It's the same way I went over with the right hand. When you throw the right hand at me, I can parry it and push it to this shoulder, and now I'm set up for the left hook to the body. When he throws the jab, I can push it with the right hand and come back with the right hook to the body. So you're just doing the total opposite of what you did on the left side. The third demonstration is if he's jabbing to my body. There's 2 different ways to do this with a block, okay? So when these ones are blocks. So when he throws a jab to my body, I can take that jab and I can turn him like that, just like that, see? Now what I did there, when I did that, I opened him up. I turned his core and I opened him up. So I can come and throw a straight right hand down the middle, or I can open him up and I can come with another right hook to the body. Either punch is going to open up. And a lot of people are going to say, well, when you parry that punch, now you're open for a right hand yourself. Well, 2 reasons why it's very difficult for him to come back with the right hand is I've turned his core and I've pushed his weight on his left foot. So he has no leverage and he has no weight on that right foot. So he's light on that right foot to have any power or leverage coming off that right hand. The other thing is if he threw that right hand, I'm in position to just roll with my shoulder. So I went from a block to a roll. Boom! I could shoulder roll and I can come back with a punch. So when you do that and you open him up like that, you're taking his leverage off of that foot for him to have power, and you're opening him up, and you're turning his body to the left so he doesn't have any leverage on the right hand. And if he would throw it, it's not going to have a lot of power, and you're already in position to roll with your shoulder. The fourth demonstration is I can take that block, and if he throws that jab to the block, jab to my body again, I can just pendle it, just like some people call it pendling and punching. It's a block, it's a parry block. Boom! I'm going like that. I'm just doing the same, and the same thing's happening again. I'm turning him that way, so I'm turning his core. So he's going to have a hard time because of the rhythm and momentum that I broke for him to come back with a right hand. And if he came back with the right hand again, I'm in this position when I block, then I'm here. If he threw the right hand, I'd have another roll. I'd be able to roll with that shoulder as well, okay? So that looks like this again. One more time. He's going here. I'm parrying it. If he threw a right hand, I'd be able to roll that and come back. But it's gonna take him a lot of time to throw that right hand. It's gonna take him a lot of time to throw that right hand. So when he throws that, okay, I could throw the right hook to the body is the punch that I really like off of that parry as well. So when he throws it, I can parry it right here. I'm turning him and I'm really exposing him to be able to land that body shot right to the short rib. Now for something a little extra, just to remember why parries and blocks can be very effective. Even more effective at times than slipping a punch. That's why I said it's a lost art. There's not too many guys teaching it. And in order to get this, you have to practice, and you have to have a trainer that has the ability to teach it and show it and keep it in your mind and see that you're doing it correct. Because it is an art. It's not something that anybody can just do in one day. So it's an art. But what you got to remember is that if a guy's throwing a jab and he's pulling it away from you and you slip and you're trying to counter with a right hand, see, he gets back in time when you can't counter. Like I was saying about my last video, Sugar Ray Leonard, when he would try to roll with Tommy Hearns' right hand, he was trying to roll and Hearns would pull the right hand back and be out of the way, even step out of the way, throw the right hand. He'd try to roll and then he'd try to come back. He couldn't get to Hearns. And Hearns was 4 or 5 inches taller than him. So about at least 4 inches. But same thing with the jab a lot of times. If you're fighting a taller guy, if you're fighting a taller opponent and he throws the jab and pulls back out, see, and you're trying to slip it and counter with the right hand, it's very hard. But if you parry it, you're breaking his rhythm and breaking the path of the way he's throwing the punch, so he is not able to recoil it as quick because you're breaking that pattern that he's throwing it to throw it straight out and to bring it straight back. You're breaking that pattern. You're taking him and you're moving his whole body position so he's not able to recoil as quick. So it looks like this, see? See that? So you're recoiling him. So not only when you could throw a jab parry, from this position, you turn him a little bit, you could come right back with the right hand over the top. See? So you're parrying the jab, and now you're throwing the right hand because you've turned him and he's not going to be able to recoil as fast. So it can look just like this. It's here, boom, bam, right hand. Do it again, and then right hand. Same thing, like I said with the right hand. When a guy's throwing the right hand, throw the right hand and pull it back. See, when he pulls it back, I'll miss with the hook. I can miss with the hook. If I slip it, I can miss with the hook. But if I learn how to parry that shot, I can go to the body, I can come back to the head. Same way, because I'm turning his body and he's not going to be able to recoil as quick. So one more time with that. When I parry it, see, I'm in this position, I can throw a hook to the head, I can throw a hook to the body. And people have to realize when you're parrying a punch, you don't swat at it, you don't come at it, you only move that hand an inch or two. And it's all about being soft and being in a rhythm, not being rigid and hard and swatting at a punch. So if a guy feints you, you're able to redirect your hand and be able to block it. So when I parry that punch, he throws that punch to my head, I'm just gonna catch that jab and it's gonna deflect just by me turning my wrist and moving my hand an inch or two. I don't have to swat at it, I don't have to reach for it, and I don't have to, like I said, be fast with it either, because smooth is fast. So if you're smooth with it and you're in a rhythm and you're soft with it, that hand is going to deflect. So when I do that, he's throwing that jab at me and I'm just catching that punch and I'm kind of just pushing it, just softly pushing it, and it's gonna move over. So that's what makes parries and blocks so effective.